Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy Puffinstein, aka Spank Dog at YouTube. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. All right, yeah, man. We here to talk integrity on social media. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna calm down for a second, real quick. Stop cam. All right, let me share this too. Um, but yeah, man, people gotta stop acting like they want to sell their likes. They want to sell their shares. And they want to sell their follows. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people have gotten too stingy, too greedy. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't even about me. I'm not thirsty for no likes or no subscribes or no shares. That's not why I'm doing this. I'm talking about just us as a whole, united. You know what I'm saying? Can't believe it's so hard for. The funny thing is, the people that want the likes and the shares the most, they don't like nobody's stuff. They don't share nobody's stuff. You know, people with a million views, the people that rely most on people's shares and likes, I guarantee you they don't, you know. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm growing. I'm growing. My channel's growing. I'm not gonna stop. And when I get large, I'm gonna act like I'm not. You know, I'm gonna still entertain people. I'm gonna talk to my fans, new or old. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna still be sharing and subscribing and following. You know, it's just like the real world, the matrix. You know what I'm saying? The algorithm. Like, people should really be ashamed of themselves. You know what I'm saying? Let me say hi in person real quick. Yo, what it do? You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Spank Dog, man, from Bushwick, Bed-Stuy, Ridgewood. That's the three core neighborhoods, you know. Had to say what's up to the peoples out there. You know what I'm saying? You know, um, yeah, man. Like, even like people cry about everything, man. You know, if I, you know, I got photos, I got original stuff. You know what I'm saying? If somebody utilized one of my beats and they like put it like this, like let's say I knew somebody used one of my beats, but I knew that they were on the come up and they didn't even get no money with it. I'm not even gonna be upset. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he got some change from my work, then we gotta figure something out. You know what I'm saying? But you know, like, people are just too uptight. Like it's really like people are so thirsty, and then people are the polar opposite. They're not thirsty. They're stingy. You know what I'm saying? Can't even think like that, bro. It's just like, you're supposed to help people out. That shit's supposed to be in your nature. You know what I'm saying? But yet you're like, I'm not liking this. It's my like. I'll do with my like what I want. It's my share. Like, we're not gonna talk about this the whole the whole segment or whatever, but like, I'm saying, like, the people that watch, they don't care, I mean, they care, actually. I mean, what I'm saying is that for them, their viewers, they appreciate that YouTube has a lot of content to offer. So, those are the ones that really hit like, share, follow, subscribe. But for the people that are creating and stuff like that, yo, man, hook each other up, bro. You know what I'm saying? I go to my people's groups and I share just for rec. I'll take like 5-10 minutes out my time and see how many blasts I could do in like 10 minutes of people that I care about to help them succeed. You know what I'm saying? You know, one thing about the hood, it'll teach you how to share, bro. One thing that I notice about conservatives and hardcore Democrats, or even not even hardcore Democrats, but just like people, I don't know what it is, but when you're poverty stricken and you live in a bad neighborhood, there's sharing going on. You know what I'm saying? People look out for each other. And I don't see that amongst the conservatives. I see a lot of my income and my bank account, and it's a loan. You better pay it back. And like, anytime I ever gave somebody bread, like somebody ever came up to me and was like, "Yo, loan me a couple of dollars or whatever, or let me hold something in whatever form it might have been." But yeah, man, once I let it go, it wasn't mine no more. I ain't gonna hawk somebody I love because I gave them $50, $100. And if it was that serious, I wouldn't let it go. You know, you know. Yeah, I don't know. That's a hustler's mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't mean like, there's different kind of hustlers. I'm not talking about that. Like King of New York, he says, he says, if a nick in the park gets sold, I want in. Christopher Walken. But yeah, man, I'm dead ass, bro. People like I hear a lot of people, you know, um, act like they encompass what's good and like I don't try to be holier than thou or put myself on a pedestal. I got eyes, you know what I'm saying? I got ears, I hear and see things, and I see how people be with each other. There's other people out there though that are kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? People, yo, look, let me tell you something. People see me on my social medias. You know how Facebook got the like or the love. I haven't used the like button in like 5 years, maybe longer, maybe 7 years. I just put love on everything, and I don't think too many people could say that. I think there's a very few people, a very few handful of people that could say they put love on everything. I put love on everything. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no liking. That's the problem, man. People are scared to talk realness. You know what I'm saying? My pops was a G. The people he used to be with G's, like they took it there. And dudes my pops used to be with, they were on it like that. They were real super hustlers, but they still wasn't on some if a nickel bag in the park wants in gets sold, I want in. But Christopher Walken in that movie, he even though he says that line, they try to portray him as somebody that's for the people, you know. And they also show you in King of New York. See, King of New York, people get it twisted. It is a cult classic, but the storyline is better than people think. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really think it's a gutter bum movie, like a real like a real. It's a cult classic. New Jack City's a cult classic. And the story wasn't the greatest, but to be honest with you, that was lightly based on a true story, I believe. The guy that Nino Brown was, there was a dude that existed that they portrayed him after. So it's not even that the story was bad. I would just say like and it's a cult classic. I'll throw New Jack City on and watch it from beginning to end at any moment. You know, but I just think King of New York was a better cult classic. Like it was deeper, more serious. Like New Jack City was laughable at times. That's one thing about King of New York. Like if you laughed, it was like because it was over the top. Like it was extra with it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they try to portray Frank as a guy who cares about the streets. And then the cops, they portray them as people that really hate criminals and that they will go to any lengths to stop. And they're a different kind of criminal. In the and the King of New York, Frank White, they on a different level. You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of people can't compare themselves to that kind of movie because people wasn't doing it like that. That's the type of stuff where they were saying get down or lay down. You know what I'm saying? You hear you know what, I ain't even saying names. I was about to say a famous Big Willie's name. I ain't even gonna do that. But there's a story about a dude who used to head down to Maryland and put people under pressure and take over whatever spot was over there, whatever. And he would tell people, if you're gonna hustle, I gotta get a piece. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, what I was saying was is that people should be more inclined to help people instead of thumbs down them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really think about it, YouTube made it where people could eat and not have to commute, man. People hate commuting, bro. That's just a fact, man. I seen people look tortured, absolutely tortured. And the commute is the thing that puts it over the top. There's a lot of people out there that if the commute wasn't included in their job, their work day, you know what I'm saying, they wouldn't have a problem. But a commute can soak up 2 to 3 hours of your time per day. That's 2 or 3 hours just traveling. And on a shitty ass subway station, New York stations are horrible. You know what I'm saying? And I'll keep it real with you. We was doing okay. It was the pandemic. A lot of people talking crap, and they don't even realize, people stuff has long lasting effects. Just like the person who says, "Oh, I don't want to hear about slavery. They should have got it right already. They should have got it together already." That's stupid. That's stupid. And that's shit. And it's also stupid for you to think that we all should have recovered from the pandemic already. I seen so many stores go out of business on Myrtle. I have seen people that just started up their business close their business within the same stretch. The pandemic just turned the world upside down. People couldn't believe that they were literally locked in their houses. And now you see all this other crazy stuff with Antarctica. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm going to drop a documentary tomorrow, and then I'm going to drop another documentary on Antarctica. I told people that I was going to keep it a secret. When let me share this. I'm bugging too, because give me a second, people. Let me just share this, because I promised people that I was gonna get on at midnight, and I gone on at 1:30. But that's because the documentary was exporting. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't do both. Let me see something real quick, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Let me just share this real quick. All right, guys. So yeah, like I was saying, man, we gotta be united, man, on this social media thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, like how people. I swear, I feel like people are gonna start selling their shares and likes if they could, you know. And that's pathetic. We're supposed to help each other grow. You know what I'm saying? Like social media, we're all like, if we're content creators, we're all trying to do the same thing. And that's the reason we're trying to be successful on YouTube is because we don't want to commute no more. We don't want no boss. We don't want to spend an hour getting ready. We want to be able to go grab our coffee or our energy drink and sit in front of the camera and talk. And we could calm down. If you're having a pimple day, or a baggy, droopy, tired eyes day, you don't even got to cam up if you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? And we're supposed to support each other. That's why the thumbnail. If you see the thumbnail, it's gonna be a whole bunch of people united, and you see Facebook and all the social media platforms, and you see everybody all together like one. You know, I'm just encouraging people to, like, not just to look at the person and hook them up with a like, a share, a follow, but don't be so judgmental, bro. Stop putting so much thought to whether you give somebody a like, a share, a follow. I mean, I'm saying you could definitely do the math on if you think the person is worthy. But what I'm saying is like, don't be so hard on people. You hear the guy say one thing you don't like, and right away your thumbs down in them, or like yo, that's bozo stuff. I gotta be fine. I always try to find the right word, instead of the curse word or certain ebonics. I'm trying to, like, keep it cleanse clean for faith for YouTube. But yeah, man, it's a blessing to be able to do this. So we should help each other out. That's what the real topic is. You know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling right now. Like I said, man, when I get on my lives, it's just to relax, and have people come in. Oh, I was gonna say, like, and it's not just the content creators, it's the platforms. The platforms will use us left and right, but not let us utilize each other. Like, sometimes I'll see a countdown, and they let you do reaction videos, but I've seen people have a hard time doing it, and then I've seen other people do it. I've seen people speed up the frames per second to not get the copyright strike. Like, I've seen all sorts of things. Like, they should just make it where a guy should be able to do a reaction video. And look, let me tell you something. There's a guy that creates his own content. I work hard. It took me a long time to edit professionally. If you look at Glory Road, I did that myself. And Glory Road, the editing job came out really good. To a guy that's like a super professional, he might be critical, but Glory Road came out excellent. That's the best edit I've ever done. Um, Thank God. Sometimes little roadblocks come out of nowhere, and you're like, "Oh man, how'd that happen? What I press?" But yeah, and it went smoothly. It went so smooth. I added the little effects, the transitions. I lined up the lips with the song. It's called syncing. I sync the lips and the music. And then I got the footage that my man Grade A Rivera collected. You know what I'm saying? And I pieced it out so we could have the video up. So yeah, Glory Road, I actually do professional editing. The rapping and the beats, you already know what it is. I spit hot fire, you know. Um yeah, man. And when you write right from the heart, bro, I'm telling you, don't let nobody tell you, you know what I'm saying? Always shout out where you from, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? you know, like I seen little Uzi Vert, right? I seen when Ebro didn't wanna put on an 808. Um, I forget the number tempo it is, but they rhyme to like the certain tempo, and then it's got the 808s or whatever, and then they like they harmonize to it. And Ebro put on I forget what the first one was. Most people would have most how you call it, most rappers that rap what people would consider like a normal flow, they would have been happy with the beat he chose. But you're not supposed to throw a beat on for that kind of rapper. Ebro did some bozo stuff, you know. And then the crazy thing is that 4 years later, and people change though. I'm not mad at him. But Ebro, come on, bro. Why you treat the kid like dirt that 5 years ago that day? That there was no good reason for it that day. It's bullyish what you did that day. If I got he sounded like an old man that hated that rap had changed and rap had new genres to it, and he kept throwing on boom bap beats for little Uzi Vert, and it was lame. You know what I'm saying? You should have thrown on the type of beat he wanted to flow to. People get like high on themselves, like I always thought DJ Envy was cooler than Ebro, but DJ Envy lost it too, man. The fame, the money, it goes to your head. Next thing you know, you're doing that Ponzi scheme with the guy, and you don't even know he's using you. It seems. Then when you find out he's using you, maybe you just keep going along with it. This is all allegedly. I don't know the full in and outs of it, but I know that he was messing with that chubby dude, and that they got into trouble over, but that stems from people letting fame go to their head. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all a story, right? It's about Mookie Wilson. You know, I don't really I don't like to really throw people under the bus. You know what I'm saying? I've met a few, famous people, and not only that, I got street stories for days. But the street stories I wouldn't tell just because some of them get a little too crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then even like the times I met the celebrities that were stuck up, I ain't really trying to throw them under the bus like that neither. And Mookie Wilson, what he did that day, it was light. You know what I'm saying? But I was waiting online. You know what I'm saying? And I had found out that he was gonna sign autographs at the Met store in the Manhattan Mall by like 34th and 7th, like somewhere around there. And around 34th and 7th, they used to have a Manhattan Mall, and inside they had a New York Met store. So I accompanied my woman to work one day, and when she went off to work, I said I'm gonna stick around because I heard Mookie Wilson was signing in the Met store. Now, mind you, I watched the '86 Mets win as a Mets fan, and was almost in tears when they almost lost. You know what I'm saying? Until Bill Buckner made the fatal error. And Mookie Wilson started the spark. I think if it was Keith Hernandez or Mookie Wilson, he was part of it though. And like when you're younger, because I was a young man at that time. I had to be like 24 years old, so I hadn't really found out that some people that are famous don't know how to act because they're famous. And Mookie Wilson didn't know that I was in the streets like that. You know, I don't think he knew that what he did upset me so much that I ain't gonna talk too spicy, but I'm saying it made me want to confront him at the very least. And it was silly, but it was still the point. It was it was it was the point. You know, I forget what they say. It wasn't that it was a big deal. It wasn't kosher how he acted with me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not scarred for life over it. But to make a long story short, he came out his face to me. It had to do with me not having the thing that he was gonna autograph ready for him to autograph. Because I wasn't really thinking. I was stoked that I was gonna get an autograph. So like mind you too, I'm thugged out at the time. Like I'm really, really like lit. Like he don't know. At that time I was out there. My pops had just passed. I was homeless for a second, and I was giving it to people out there. You know what I'm saying? Like you couldn't call me or anything or do anything without it being, where at the very least I would stand up for myself. So, but he said some slick stuff to me, and I ate it though. The crazy stuff is that like last thing you want to do is fight Mookie Wilson in front of a whole bunch of Mookie Wilson fans. They ain't gonna want to hear like that it was justified. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna want to just be like, "Yo, like we was waiting to get the ball signed. What are you doing fighting with?" And you probably get jumped. You know. And like I said, it would have been silly of me to take it that far over what he did. That would have been the youngin' in me. You know what I'm saying? This is 20 years ago. He might remember. I still have the ball. I still have it. I didn't catch feelings to the point where I threw the ball out. And it's crazy too because he acted like real conceited, real stuck up, like real I'm rich and famous, let me sign the ball, peasant. Why you didn't have it outside the box? That's what it was about. And he had no idea that you know, probably just the day before I seen him I had done some foul stuff to somebody. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't gonna dive over the banister. This is a true story. I got more. I got more for y'all. You know what I'm saying? But nah, they ain't no love lost with Mookie Wilson. He still won New York the championship. I'm not the kind of guy, especially at my age right now, where I would hold any grudges or whatever. Especially Mookie got to be pushing like 70. So much love to Mookie Wilson, and I know maybe could have been anything that day. You could have maybe you was having static with your one of your youngins. Maybe you had gotten into an argument. Maybe you just had just gotten up and you were cranky, or maybe you were just like that back then. Maybe you're still like that. I don't care. I don't let another man's behavior dictate my behavior. I'm a G, and that's a motto that I made that I never heard nobody say. And I'm not saying I'm the first man to say it, but how I look, letting some man's behavior, you know, um, um, dictate how I'm gonna behave. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let nobody's stupidity make me act like a bozo. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm glad nothing happened or whatever. I'm glad I didn't even confront them because, people are with it sometimes, especially New Yorkers. So I could have said something to him, or, if let's say I didn't just react, let's say I made, which would have probably been an error of saying something slick back. Now you put the ball in his court. Now he could react. You never know. If I would have said something, he would have jumped over the banister at me. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, bro, all that stuff is you know, that's lame. Violence is lame. You know what I'm saying? Real people look to help people get up. They don't look to knock them down. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's the Mookie Wilson story, bro. That's a real story, man. He kind of did to me what Chameleonaire said Jordan did to him. Literally, same exact thing, except on a lower level, I guess. If you would, judge people by status, you know, if you judge people by status, then yeah, Chameleonaire and Jordan was like a little bit more, I guess, interesting to people who are into entertainment, gossip, or whatever. But yeah, man, I brought the ball up to Mookie Wilson. I gave it to him. I probably had just smoked, so I gave it to him in the box. He treated me like only a nincompoop would do that. He literally told me, these were his exact words. He said, "Yo," he said, "what's wrong with you?" He said, "Why you ain't take it out the box yet?" I said, "Oh wow." I said, "Oh shit." I said, "All right." And by this time, I was contemplating like what I should do. You know what I'm saying? But to make a long story short, I ain't do nothing. You know, that wasn't always the case, but that's how the story ends that time. And I'm glad. You know, most likely he would have called them boys. I never called the boys in my life. I think I called the boys one time in my life, and my peoples never let me live it down. This was like when I was like 17 years old, and I wasn't seasoned like that. So you know what I mean. But like I said, even over a situation now, at 48 years old, I wouldn't call the boys. He would probably now and back then. You know what I'm saying? And back then, if he would have called the boys, he started it. And when I would have took him up on his offer, he probably would have called the boys. But you never know. Maybe he would have thugged it out. You know what I'm saying? But like I said too, I did the right thing. I didn't let him get under my skin like that. I got a friend named Rich, right? Rest in peace. He's from Putnam in Knickerbocker. Well, he used to be over there a lot. And he used to be not, he was a big dog. You know what I'm saying? And he told me that he ran into an actor. I'm gonna leave this guy nameless. And he said, "Oh snap, it's such and such." He said, how you doing?" And he said that the guy said some crazy stuff to him, like treated him like a peasant. And but listen, you think I'm loose? My man was reckless. I seen my man destroy somebody before, and he told me the story, and I definitely believe him. He told me he told the guy some bizarre stuff, like I'll rip your head off and crap down your neck or whatever. And we don't talk like that, but and to make a long story short, he told him, "You don't know what you're doing. I hurt you right now." You know what I'm saying? And the guy got scared, really scared, and he's lucky that the guy didn't take it a step further, because in my town, the dude he was infamous at one time, and then he was just famous in the town because people knew how good a person he was when he got older. And infamous is for people who are famous for the wrong reason. By the time we became old OGs, he was just a person that everybody loved. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to the homie Rich. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let it go on that note. Yeah, I got the Mookie Wilson story, and you got the rest in peace Rich. I was ready to pummel the actor in the elevator because I tried to be nice to him. He got it twisted. So, and you also heard me tell y'all, yo, all us content creators, we gotta hold each other down. We can't be getting mad at people and hitting them with fake strikes and stuff like that. Yo, let me tell you something. I watch ABBA and Preach. I like their show. Sometimes we're not on the same page, but I don't catch feelings because I'm not on the same page with a person. But they said something the other day. I forgot what they said. you know, but they made a real good point, you know, and yeah, man, we gotta look out for each other. You know, they be having static with people online. But to be honest with you, a lot of the people that they point out, yeah, if you got time, stop in and watch Abba and Preach, man. You know, they're cool. The other day, like I said, he said, and I'll be telling them, I'll write in the comments if I don't like something that they did. You know, I don't think they put too much thought to it. That's if they even see it. These people got 2 million subscribers. But yeah, man, they got a decent outlook, man. If you get a chance, check out Abba and Preach and all the content creators, man. You know, help each other. I'm gonna leave it on that note. I hope you guys like the thumbnail. I created it myself. Stay blessed.